Hello, fifth graders, and welcome to today's math class. Today, we're going to practice the estimation of products of whole numbers and decimals. And then we're going to solve those problems. So we're going to start off today with our first practice problem, which is 15.8 times 5. If you can remember from previous math classes, when we do estimation, we do one of two things. We either round or we change to a compatible number. Right here, we can see that we can round this number. See, 15.8, if I look at this 8 here, this 8 can cause this 5 to be rounded up because remember the rules, if it's 5 or above, it causes the number to its left to go up by 1. So what we would do is we would change this 15.8, we would round that up to a 16. And then we could say, well, the 5 is fine, so we'll bring that 5 down here. Do 16 times 5. And we'll do this out. And we'll see if we can find how close this answer is to the actual product. So, let's do 16 times 5. What I would like you to do at home is to pause the video now and give this problem a try. So, pause the video, get a piece of paper and a pencil, and give it a try. All right, you can pause the video now. All right, welcome back. I will go over this with you now together, and we will keep continuing to do that. Well, I'll have you pause the video, and then we will do it together after you're done trying it, okay? So, 5 times 6 is 30. So we put down our 0, carry our 3. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. So, well, that's not a very good 8. I'm going to have to erase that. And go back and try again. There we go, much better. So 80. 16 times 5 equals 80. So we're going to have to remember that because I'm going to go to a next page and we're going to solve this the actual way. We're going to find the actual product and compare it to our estimated answer of 80. All right, here we go. All right, time to find the actual product of 15.8 times 5. All right, so again, on your piece of paper and with your pencil, try the answer out on your own, and when you're done, you can unpause the video and we can do it together. All right, welcome back. Now, what we're going to do is 8 times 5 first. So 8 times 5 is 40. So I put down my 0, carry my 4. 5 times 5 is 25. I add 4 to that and get 29. So I put down my 9, carry my 2. And then 5 times 1 is 5. I add 2 to that and get 7. And remember, since we're doing a decimal, I notice here that I have one number to the right of the decimal here, which means I have to go here and move one jump to the left and put my decimal here. So my answer is 79.0 or 79. Now, can you remember back to what our first answer was to our estimated product? Well, that estimated product was 80. So when I say 79 is, we put these two squiggly lines here, which means that they're approximately or close to 80. So that means our answer of 79 does make sense. All right, guys, we're going to do another one. All right, now we're going to try 2 times 4.10, and we're going to estimate this. Easiest way to do this is I know that the 0 can't make the 1, I can't round that up, right? And the 1 can't cause me to round the 4 up. So what I'm going to do is just change that to a 4. And 2 times 4 is easy to do. That is 8. Now let's see if that estimation is close to the actual answer to the actual product. All right, so we go to another page. Now we're on another page, and it is 4.10 times 2. And I'm going to have you pause, and then you can come back, and we'll check. Pause. Welcome back. Now it's time to check. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 1 is 2. And 2 times 4 is 8. Now we see, since this is a decimal, we have to look to how many jumps that decimal is going to make us make down here in our answer. So it is 2 jumps to the right, which means we have to make 2 jumps down here in our answer to the left. So we go 1, 2. So our answer is 8.2, which is pretty close to 8. So I think we did a good job there. All right, guys, one more. Then I'll have you go to work on your Alex assignment. All right, guys, next problem and last problem. We have 19.8 times 3. Now, this one is pretty easy. I can look at it, and I can already see that my compatible number is going to be 20, and my rounded number, because the 8 is high enough to cause that 9 to round up to a 10, which would cause the 1 to become a 2, which would make that into a 20. So I'm going to do 20 times 3. Now remember, whenever we multiply numbers with zeros in there, you can put that 0 in the box, right? And we'll let it out later. So right now, 3 times 2 is 6. And let's let that 0 out of the box, which gives us a 60. So 20 times 3 is 60. That's our estimated answer. Now let's find the actual answer. All right, guys, now it's time to find the actual answer. So I'm going to put 19.8 here and multiply that by 3. So 3 times 8 is... Oh, I almost forgot to have you pause it. Oh, I'm being silly today. All right, so we're going to do 3 times 8. You're going to do that on your own after you pause, and then we can come back and check everything. All right, go ahead and pause. All right, unpause. Good. I'm glad everybody's back. 3 times 8 is 24. You put down your 4. Carry your 2. 3 times 9 is 27. Add 2 more, that means that's 27, 28, 29. And carry the 2. And 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. So we have 5, 9, 4. We look up here, and this decimal takes 1 jump to the right. So we need to take this and 1 jump to the left here. So our final answer is 59.4, which is pretty close to 60. All right, that makes sense. All right, guys, have fun practicing. Remember to do your problems on your Alex. And then when you're finished with that, you could do some topics. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.